guys, Clinton here with another cricketing review. Today we're having a look at my #1 set of batting gloves, which are the SG RSD Supalite batting gloves. Let's get straight into it. First of all, the SG gloves come in some really fantastic packaging. I really like to keep my gloves actually in the packaging that they came in. The reason for that, they're best made for it and the best way to actually protect your gloves while they're kicking around inside your kit bag. These ones have got good plastic protection, or rather good plastic exterior, so that you can see which set of gloves you're actually going into your kit bag for. I've also got some good polyurethane sections around the side, as well as some mesh to allow for some breathing to happen inside your gloves as well. Getting in and actually having a look at the gloves. These SG gloves are a sausage finger design, and what that means is the actual glove themselves it's a single sausage, I suppose, that actually covers the fingers. A couple of the key features about the gloves. These ones are obviously the bottom hand, with the thumb protection on it. These have some additional protection for those bottom fingers on the bottom hand, with some additional plastic protection right at the very tips of the bottom fingers, of the first two fingers, and then an additional hard piece of plastic on the upper of the actual index feature, or the actual index finger, sorry. Coming through to the actual knuckles, you'll notice with my pair of gloves here are different to, is slightly different to if you are aware or familiar with the SG gloves that are currently on the market. And the reason you'll notice that is because these are actually a 2012 design.
Now I've just put a quick snapshot together of the two gloves side by side. So on the left you've got the 2012 version of the SG Supalite, and on the right you've got the 2013 versions. Now what you can see very quickly when it clicks in here to the next slide is I've circled the section there around the knuckles, and you can see that there's the change is very minor to the gloves, and they've actually got that black and silver component there actually to show a slight difference, and that's the only difference from what I've been able to determine between the 2012 and the 2013 versions of the glove.
Going through some additional features, of course, as with most modern day cricketing gloves, they do have the full sweatband actual fastening with wide Velcro. Going through the actual ventilation, most of the glove is actually made by this actual mesh or breathable fabric. You also have some additional breathing pieces actually here on the thumb, as well as every one of the fingers are actually interwoven. You see it better on this side. This is actually a mesh, so it allows that between each one of the fingers you do actually have some good breathing. On the actual palm of the glove, there's further breathing holes through every single finger, and then you can actually see the SG shield has some breathing holes through the palm. Some additional wear patches, both here on the palm as well as on the thumb of the glove as well, and of course the hard end of the actual thumb. Now these aren't the top of the range protection from SG. These are slightly below. Now the reason you can tell that is actually through, with the exception to the two fingers on the bottom hand, the actual other fingers and the fingers through the top hand don't have the additional hard pieces of plastic through the top of the glove. However, having said that, they're still a fantastic set of gloves, and I do actually use these over a set of gloves that do actually have those more pieces of protection in them. Like I said, these are my #1 gloves. The only one thing to keep in mind with SG gloves that I found for the actual gloves that are the 2012 model and earlier is that they are a smaller fit. Majority of the Indian cricketers are actually smaller than what our Australian or English counterparts are, and so they do obviously cater for that particular market. So guys, that's my review of the RSD Supalite gloves made by SG. If you have any direct comments, make sure you drop them in the comments bar for me, and check out some of my other videos. Thanks guys, thanks for tuning in.